Item number 5, Spa Road Reserve Concession Site and Licence to the Juice Station. Ella, good afternoon. Okay, thanks, Ella. Just first, you've obviously the financial considerations that you've considered the proposed application to outweigh any income that the advantage of it to outweigh any income that we may receive? Yeah. Yes, if you don't mind, yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite a tough market down there. There's a lot of backpackers working through the area, and what we've experienced in the past is that operations aren't financially sustainable down here. We've had a copycat set up down here. We granted them a free trial, and they just couldn't cover their overheads. So in order to support the establishment of an operation down here and recognition of the benefits in terms of security and having kind of a guardian or master life, it's proposed that licence fees are waived to make it viable for the operator.
Just an indication, what would a normal fee be per annum, just ballpark? What? A couple of thousand or?
Because it's not on the lake shore, so
Okay.
it would probably be a lot less.
Yeah.
We normally get a commercial valuer to give us an estimate, but as a ballpark figure, probably a couple of thousand dollars a year would be appropriate in that instance.
Okay, so they're going to act as sort of part-time security as well, are they? That sort of thing.
I guess it's just an extra set of eyes that are going to be down there, and they'll also be able to supply information to tourists if they're lost or they don't know where to go, and also a bit of vibrancy and support for recreational use in the area. They'll be selling fresh juice products.
Okay, thanks, Ella. Councillor Krasuski.
Thank you. Just a quick question. Do we know what the trading hours are and the days?
So 8 till 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. basically, all day and 7 days a week.
Thank you.
Councillor Park.
Yes, thank you, and I was happy to move this to be recommended to council, but just in regards to health and safety regulations with their power supply, there's a photo on 5/18 of sort of, extension cord out the vehicle window and plugged into the power supply. Is that safe? Is that deemed commercially safe? I just
As far as I'm aware, but I can make inquiries about that.
yeah, I think it's a fantastic idea, but it's just around, I see they're taking their rubbish away, but having enough bins, and that is actually safe, because it looks a bit
It'll just-
cowboyish at this.
Yeah, I can see how you think. It'd just be a power cord, so there's no risk.
Yeah, so if it's pouring with rain or whatever, I just would like some assurance that it's safe from an operational perspective. Thank you.
Cord looks a bit long, doesn't it?
Do we have cameras
Councillor
down
Buddy?
there? We have CTV cameras down there, don't we?
We do, yes.
Yeah, I'm struggling to, the reason for the security, I mean, I'm all for this, because when you look at the security, he's right at the front. He's going to be busy, or he and she going to be busy. I think that's not quite right, because we've got that other security there, but I certainly support the concept.
Okay, is there any other questions or queries of Ella?
Yeah, through the chair.
Thank you, Councillor Williamson.
Obviously, this amendment allows this particular operation down there, this particular one-off. So do you see in the long term any limit to what can happen down there, like other operators, a limit as to the numbers of, or is this just to allow this particular
No,
case by case, obviously?
Yeah, case by case. So in granting this licence upon the expiry, you'd then get to review whether you want to renew the juice station's licence or go out for expressions of interest. And the report suggests at that stage you review whether you want to apply commercial fees going forward. Just kind of see how it goes to begin with.
the 5 year, at what stage, sorry, would you?
After the suggested 1 by 1 year licence.
Okay, yeah, because it's a term of 5 years, that's the normal for street vendors, is it?
It's consistent with our lakeshore concession
Lakeshore,
policy.
yeah, cool. Okay, so regarding the financial considerations, we could have a look at it after a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's, yeah, after the 2-year initial licence,
After the 2 years.
that's correct.
Okay. All right. Councillors, how do you feel? Good. There's a recommended resolution there, and Councillor Johns is nodding her head, followed on by Councillor Hickling. All those in favour, please say yes or no? Aye. Aye, sorry. Okay, that's a short blank there. Okay, item number 6. Adoption of the Taupo District Council Annual Report, 2014-15. Jeanette and Jane. Good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for a nice glossy copy. Obviously, we've workshopped this, and it was basically just going back with a few typos and a few clarifications, wasn't it? So, anything further to report?
So first of all, on the glossiness, I'd just like to have a huge thank you to the comms department, Sheree Riley in particular, who's done this amazing document. We can now print in colour, I believe, because it's as cheap as printing in black and white, so what you see is what will be printed. There's only a few changes from the workshop that we held about a month ago, in terms of the financials anyway. Probably the major one is the change in the valuation of the infrastructure, which we mentioned at that meeting that we were going back and looking at that, and also the correction of the depreciation, which was also mentioned at that workshop. We have also removed the Lake Taupo Protection Trust from our books as an associate because it does not meet the new accounting standards, and I referred to that as well at the workshop. So those are the main areas where there are differences for those of you that go through and check those things. I really don't have anything else to add. It's received a clear audit opinion from the Auditor General's Office, and we also have a clear audit opinion for the summary as well, which is, we don't normally have that so early, so they're both good to go basically. So I'll take any questions unless Jane wants to add anything.
Only that we made the changes as per the workshop, so.
Yep, cool. Thanks, Jane. Thanks, Jeanette. Any questions or queries of Councillor Krasowski?
I hate to be a real pain in the neck, but on page 147 of this latest annual report, under the TL fund, we still say it was established in September 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1995.
It was 95, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the other one on that document is that we're still, on the last page on 170, we still refer to ANZ National Bank Limited. No such piece.
Yes, that's right. I remember that one.
I thought I'd made that change. I'm sorry.
And if I can go on to the summary one. On page 5, the top paragraph, second line, should read 2014/2015.
That's right, 5.
And the footer on that page should be 2014/2015.
Thank you, Councillor.
That'll be a much.
Just so you know, we have proofread these documents probably between about 6 people quite a few times.
They haven't been printed yet, though, have they?
No.
No. Good. Thank you, Councillor Krasowski.
You're welcome.
Ever vigilant Eyes are yours. Okay, any other, Councillor Murray?
I've discussed a number of issues with Mr. Manhattan in regards of some figure changes in the two documents. You mentioned there was some revaluation and depreciation. I don't know whether I need to go through them one by one. Alan has informed me that it's probably something that the audit office has picked up. But one of the issues that may once again have been wrong in the first report we looked at is what's now on page 59, and it relates to the satisfaction targets of our 3 swimming pools. The two documents are different.
Sorry, which page?
Okay, 59 of the new document and page 50 of the old one,
The draft.
the draft.
There have been a couple of changes that the auditors definitely picked up that we've had to amend. So specifically, which one was it?
Well, with the one to do with the pools, the first one we got, and I'll refer to the AC baths, it states we had achieved 74%, 74%, 69%. The new one says 82, 82 and 98 for the AC baths.
Oh yes, that was definitely one that the auditors picked up that was incorrect.
They picked it up. So can you give me a guarantee that all those other financial figures that are different are because of audit? Or...
That's not a financial figure, that's an NRB survey
No, I'm
figure.
saying is that, but I have other figures where the first document has figures on a particular issue that are different in the second document.
Okay, so the report that we gave to you on that workshop day was the report that we gave to audit.
Yep.
So any changes that have been made have occurred through the audit process or through the items that I mentioned before regarding the revaluation and depreciation and stuff. So there are very few, in terms of the overall result, there are very few numbers that changed. Throughout the document and the notes though, there may have been some disclosure changes that we had to make. So we might have been expressing something in one category when it's better in another. So those things do happen at an audit, but the overall numbers, apart from the things that I've mentioned, have not changed.
Okay. I'm wondering, Mr. Chairman, in the future whether we could have that listed.
There's been quite a lot of change in terms of disclosures and stuff, and I just do not think it's practical for us to actually show you all of those. It would be, to me, it's of no benefit.
Well, it would benefit for me, Mr. Chairman, as a councillor responsible for approving this annual report, that what goes out is correct and the reasons why there are difference between the two. If I'm going to go through a workshop and go through an annual report and then to find the next document is different, and it might be only marginally, I would like to have that information.
Through the chair, the financial reporting for the financial year just ended, there were a number of accounting policy changes. Staff have interpreted those changes, but then audit have actually tweaked our interpretation. So if we gave you the explanation as to the difference between one and the other, a lot of it is accounting speak, and hence the question as to in what way would that assist you in adopting the annual report.
Great, okay. Thank you. Any other questions or queries of Jeanette and Jane? Okay. Well, that's good. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen and councillors. In the end of a busy year, and I think we can be very proud of this annual report. $18 million less debt than what we had at the start. Our rate rises, getting closer to inflation all the time, and also the AA credit rating that you received from Standard & Poor's. You know, that's not an easy task, so well done to Alan and your team and the girls down the back as well, and gentlemen down the back, so thank you very much. So I've got a suggested resolution there that we approve the annual report and release it to the public.
Move, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Councillor Boddy,
Before I second it, do we actually have a report from the Auditor General?
It was put into your boxes while you were in the first workshop.
Moved by Councillor Boddy, seconded by Councillor Park. Thank you. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against? Carried. Item number 7.
Excuse me, through the chair. There's 2 resolutions there and we need to amend the
sorry.
second one.
Yep. I'll move them on block, sorry. He approves the, so 1 and 2.
So the second one needs
One
to
is
remove.
separate.
Yeah, the second resolution needs to remove the subject to approval from audit because we have the approval.
Release to the public subject to approval. Yep, okay. Can I have a move for that then, please?
Yeah, same mover and seconder if they're...
Yeah. You happy with that, Councillor Boddy, Councillor Park? Those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Against? Carried. Put that, Shane. Item 1 and 2.